stoked do you think people were when they like invented fire and they realized that you could cook vegetables? Like, can you imagine if you were in like a prehistoric society and you grew up like eating raw sweet potatoes, and then you're like, hey, you know those terrible things that we eat raw? What if you just tried tossing them on the fire? They were probably like, what? That'd be crazy. He's in. Yeah, for like millions of years, they were eating like raw sweet potatoes. I bet I gotta start over from zero, man. That makes sense. I'm not mad. We'll just be perfect this time. Millions? Okay, not millions. I've been watching like a lot of animal stuff because like a lot of children's programming that I watch with the baby is like, hey, this is an elephant. This is a tiger. This is a lion. And I gotta tell you, come on, man. How the heck did elephants come to exist? That shit is crazy. Look at that. Nothing on Earth looks like an elephant. Like, you know, all primates share like some similarities. An elephant is like a one of one. Anteater? I mean, it has a trunk. I wouldn't say it looks like an elephant, though. Doesn't have like ivory tusks. A mammoth? I'm talking about real animals, not animals out of Aesop's fables. I'm making it. Remember when it seemed like this would be impossible? Yeah, I finally also learned the difference between an African elephant and an Asian elephant. An African elephant is like the gray elephant that I think of, like the Super Auto Pets emoji. And then the Asian elephant, honestly, it just kind of looks like a tired person. It just kind of looks like a guy who had a long night. You can be mad, just look it up and you'll be like, oh, I get it now. Try two. I'm realizing now, if we have to start over from the checkpoint every time, we're putting ourselves in like a very difficult position where we're almost guaranteed to have to restart yet again. But you know what? That's okay. We take those. I forgot what I was doing. I'm just having fun with it though. He's right, the Asian elephant really does look tired. I've been watching a lot of animal stuff, I told you. The African elephant like looks like an elephant that is ready for like a night out on the town. And the Asian elephant is like when they wake up hungover at like 10 a.m. the next morning. I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying, you know, one of them is emoji elephant. And the other one is like, oh, you look tired. Lemmy waking up image. It's a great image. Something like that. Oh my god, I forgot. We still gotta do boulders. Holy cow. It's kind of crazy that we're like the only animal that really watches TV. Did I tell you about when I was watching all those Korean orangutan videos and then they showed one of the orangutans Actually, it was a chimp. Now that I think about it, they showed a chimp, the Peter Jackson King Kong movie, and when King Kong was getting shot by the biplanes, the chimp fucking freaked out and was like ripping all the upholstery off the sofa and stuff like that. It was kind of like a tragic story, man. Like he didn't know that it wasn't a real monkey. It was just parlor tricks. Same damn jump. Why do I know this song? This is the song that plays when Quicksilver dies in Avengers 2. This is where a lot of people know it from. Change music? What are you talking? This is probably one of the greatest songs ever written. It's also from Ocean's 11. It's a weird coincidence. I almost watched Ocean's 11, or at least part of it, last night before bed. But then I was like, you know what? I've never seen This Is 40, and Mouth talked about it. So I didn't even expect it to be good, but just to find some common ground with Mouth, I was like, maybe I'll watch This Is 40. So I watched like what felt like an hour and a half of This Is 40. And then I went to myself, I said, this has got to be over soon, right? And I tapped on my phone screen, and then Netflix was like, you've got another hour and 20 minutes left of this. And I was like, no way, absolutely not. I'm not going to watch this. This movie is not good enough to be this long. You're making like a 2 hour and 15-minute long comedy? It better be like incredible. You watch it on your phone? Yeah, I was in bed. We don't have a TV in our bedroom. I got no problem. I didn't realize Chris Nolan was in chat. What Women Want is over 2 hours long. That's also funny. That's also very funny. There you go. We made it. We made it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Where you were gonna trick me? My Cousin Vinny kind of goated, though. Also stars Marissa Tomei. Much like What Women Want. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Mel Gibson. You really don't have a laptop or a tablet? Are you Judd Apatow? That's the only reason I could ever see someone being, like, mad that somebody else watched This Is 40 on their phone. Judd, are you in chat? That movie was shot on like a Flip HD. It's not that serious. Okay, we're in. We're in. We're out. I'm fucking out. I think Marissa Tomei actually is in What Women Want. She is. Mel Gibson sleeps with her after he gains the power to understand what women want. He's trying his hardest to be good at sex. But using his female telepathy, he knows that in her head, she's just asking who's going to be on Jay Leno tonight. I remember. It was a big movie, man. Like, What Women Want. It was kind of, it was an event film. Probably one of the biggest movies of 2000, honestly. It's kind of like the Avengers Endgame of its day. Look at this. Watch for Rolling Rocks. Here's a question for you. Who's the main love interest in What Women Want? I think it's Helen Hunt. That seems like a Helen Hunt movie to me. Excuse me? Am I being stolen from? No. I'm being deposited towards. Correct, it is Helen Hunt. She was everywhere, man. See ya. She was in Twister. She was in, wait. Paying It Forward. Pay It Forward. She's kind of like the Midwest Julia Roberts in many ways. Many people are saying this. Castaway. So true. Castaway. What Women Want was the 4th highest grossing film of 2000. Incredible. That's actually a really hard year to pick for me. Because I'm like, it was kind of a lull of super box office successes. Like from 01 or 02 onwards, it gets pretty easy, you know? Spider-Man 1 was doing some, it set a record for highest opening weekend box office gross in May 2002. Then you got like years of Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Then Transformers takes over. Then there's like Avatars there for a second, and then all the Avenger movies start to be the highest gross. And then Disney comes in with like, you know, the not only the animated renaissance, but also the live action remakes. So I'm trying to think, 2000 is a tough one, man. 2000. Maybe like Toy Story 2 would be something I would expect to be up there at the very least. That might be 2001 though, now that I think about it. I'm lost. Gladiator? Gladiator is an R-rated movie, as a result probably not an enormous box office success in terms of gross, but it might have crushed it versus the budget, and definitely made a lot on home video. That was a classic DVD purchase. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the 2000 Oscars. I might have it confused with 2001. 2001, you got like A Beautiful Mind. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Y Tu Mama Tambien. Amelie. Wahoo. He's in. Fight Club. It's a good movie. I kind of like the new ending, like the director's cut ending. I think it really adds a certain je ne sais quoi. It's like the director's edition of Blade Runner. Oh, no. New ending is fire. I believe the phrase is, it's Kino. Say what you will about 10-cent video. They just know how to tell a story. They punched up the script a little bit. Hey, David Fincher. I know you're probably like America's one of their top 3 most respected directors right now. We just, over a 10-cent video, me and the committee just thought there were a couple of changes we thought might be interesting to add into Fight Club. Like, what if instead of its iconic ending, you just had a black screen that said the police stopped the bombs and Tyler Durden was arrested and tried for murder and sentenced to a lunatic asylum, and then he was released in 2012. I'd like to line up my jump, please. Mario? Let's go. That would go hard, man. That would go hard. Okay, this is where things get very complicated. I was just so mad about driving. Last time we did this, I just, like, did it. And I didn't even think about it. But this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, for sure. Feel free to screenshot. I'm alive? The boozy. Oh! it makes me mad because I was doing it. Plus me. Minus me. That's the composer of the song, you sickos. Famous last words. Dude, I definitely... the more we talked about it, the more it was, like, chilling to me. Help. That, like, it's gotta be the worst way to die. Killed by an insanely wealthy celebrity because they're mad they have to pay taxes. Killed in an act of gun violence by Adele. That's not how I want to go, man. I think if I caught a stray, if like a gunfight broke out in a shopping mall parking lot between gang members, I would be like, at least there was like a reason, right? Like, I'm sure like they probably had some beef. Adele deliberately killing me because she doesn't want to pay her taxes, like that would, I don't want that to be my legacy. I'm calculating. Calculating. All this just to get to the platform from hell. Did you see that gather step? No, me neither. That's traveling. Try 11. Hello? Oh, I'm back. Let's try doing one in first person. Oh, you can't. Okay. Fair enough. How are the Canucks doing recently? Not amazing, but pretty well when you consider that over the past month, our top 2 and/or 3 goalies have been in the COVID protocol in and out. So, like, the last 2 games ago, they had to dress, like, our AHL backup as our starting goalie. And then on the bench was literally the emergency backup who was just, like, a student from the University of British Columbia who was the goalie on their hockey team. So they were getting like deep into the roster depth at that point. So it's, you know, all things considered, I'm not mad. Help me, help me. Help me. I just hope we get the goalies back before we have tickets for another game. I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm dead. That's fine. That's all I got to say, honestly. Would the student have been paid? I mean, just for sitting on the bench, I'm sure they got paid, you know, like league minimum for 1 game or something like that. It's kind of sick. It's probably like, you know, I don't know, like 15 or 20 grand or something. Like, I can't back that up, but that's my expectation. A couple bucks for sure, for sure. Coupon for a free burger and fries of your choice at the local White Spot. Man, remember Groupon? Does Groupon still exist? There was like 2 years where Groupon was popping off. Like, everybody was getting Groupons and doing like, I'm going to an adult kayaking class. I'm trying out toll painting because I got a Groupon. My mom goes hard on the Groupons. Definitely my mom. I think I went to a semi-formal, like a dance, essentially, in university. We went out for a nice dinner beforehand. And then my mom was like, go to this place because I've got a Groupon for it. And she gave me like 8 Groupons. It's kind of sick. I mean, Groupon was kind of cool. I got nothing against it, really. That's nice of her. But she's a nice lady. She's a sweetheart. She used to work for a radio station. CRA, don't listen. She used to work for a radio station, and like sometimes people with nothing to do in their lives would like win prizes on the radio station by answering the trivia questions or whatever and calling in. And then they would not pick up their gift certificate. And then who's to say if now and then I didn't find myself getting the occasional gift certificate in university that had lapsed out of the eligibility period for the person who won it on trivia. Who's to say? And what do you think her father's going to say when he's the one who introduced them to me? I've won a radio contest before. This was probably like 2009. On Fridays at work, we always had the radio on in our office. And our boss was like pretty lax. Mostly because there was nothing to do and way too many people employed. So she would be like, you know, she would occasionally just try to call in or get other people to call in to like do the contest. One time I made it through as the caller, and I shit you not, the questions that they asked were like, in order to win the prize, it was like 2 pizzas or something like that. In order to win the prize, you have to answer every single one of these questions wrong. And then they would be like, name something you bring to the beach. And I'd be like, a winter coat. And they're like, that's wrong. Ding, correct. Not exactly the most skill testing questions on the planet. I would like to meet the person that would get those wrong, though. Don't. Oh, okay, we're alive. Rigged. Close. For $1, name a woman? Name a woman? Frick you, yoga mat. I bring a winter coat to the beach. Let me guess. You're also the only person you know who doesn't like pizza. Let me guess. You eat the peel of the banana. That's where all the nutrients are. Let me guess. Your favorite season is autumn. And you think Thor 2 isn't that bad. Great soul read. Oh, come on, man. I actually said winter. Honestly, I'm just gonna say it, okay? Like, you can have any opinion you want. I'm not being very serious when I say this. But if you think winter is the best season, you should actually just fuck off. Why? Because it's pretty? There's so much, like, almost objectively negative stuff about winter. It being cold is annoying. Even if you think it being hot is annoying, it's cold is worse than cool or mild, which you get in the fall and the spring, respectively. Driving in the wintertime is annoying. The sun goes down at like 3:45 p.m. I'll just die then. Like, winter is just bad. It's the worst. If people say, like, I believe you if you say your favorite season is spring, summer, or fall. Secret level. Secret level. But if you say it's winter, I'm like, okay, you're trying to like beat the test. You're trying to be like, look at how quirky I am. I don't like the seasons that other people like. That's my 2 cents. Summer's garbage in Australia. Okay, do fall and spring next. Do fall and spring next. I'm waiting. There's more than 2 seasons. Spring allergies. I missed the part where that's my problem. Okay, next. Winter is fine if you don't drive. Yeah, it's awesome to like bike home from work at 5 p.m. in like complete darkness. That's so much better than the spring when you could be like biking home in better weather and also the sun is out. Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't even make sense. Son of a bitch. No, I don't bike to work. I'm making up a guy. Like this person who said winter is awesome if you don't work. They're making up a guy who thinks, or if you don't drive. They made up a guy who thinks winter is awesome if they don't drive, because that couldn't possibly be their genuine opinion. Take me through the flying buttress, thank you. I don't believe you. I honestly think it's you're trying to do a personality. You're trying to say something about your personality by saying winter's your favorite season. I will accept, there were a couple caveats I will add into the discussion here. Somebody said I live in a desert climate. Okay. I will say I don't know what fall and spring are like in Las Vegas. But I'll just plead ignorance on that one. That may be correct. But apart from that, I don't know if I have another caveat. Come on! Autumn is the worst season? Come on. Come on. Autumn is literally just like winter, but better. Like, it's like winter with some of the badness taken out. You even get better holidays in the autumn. Labor Day, Canadian and American Thanksgiving, Halloween, if that's your sort of thing. It's not for me, but I understand a lot of people enjoy it. What's good about summer? I just like long days, honestly. Like, that's the big part. It's just, like, I don't know. Kind of annoying to, like, pick up my daughter from daycare at 4:30 and I'm driving there at, like, pitch black. I like instead, like, I'm eating dinner. It's 7 p.m. The sun is out. It doesn't get too hot here, so I'm a little biased in that regard, for sure. I mean, summer is probably my favorite season in Vancouver. When I lived in, you know, Daegu, South Korea, and it was like 40 degrees Celsius, not so much. But even then, I was like, dude, spring beats winter. Like, it's not even close. It's not seasonal affective disorder. It's just annoying to drive in the dark when it's called afternoon. I don't like my night starting at like 4:15 p.m. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, like, I'll be legit with you. If you don't go outside I don't think you get to say that winter is your favorite season either. Because, like, aren't all the seasons, like, essentially the same then? No? Why? Different Olympic sports? Come on. I mean, snow sports are better. That's like a given. Put me in. I'm just surprised by how many people are like standing winter. I bet if you did a poll that was like worldwide, what's your favorite season? You'd actually have like winter would get like 15% of the votes. And they would all be from people whose favorite movie is Edward Scissorhands or Love Actually. Or Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. 100%. I'm not going to poll chat because I've already muddied the waters here. But I'm telling you, if you could find a poll for me, maybe like a Rasmussen that's already been done online, I would love to see the results. Peace. Okay, relax, relax. There we go. Found one. Winter had 7%. This confirms my biases. As a result, I don't feel compelled to question the veracity of its science. Found 13% and 14%. I'm alive. No! No bugs. Okay, I mean, I'll give you no bugs. According to random BuzzFeed, autumn 45%. That's all I saw. Younger people seem to like winter more than older people, according to the study I saw. So the people driving the car are like, winter actually raises my chance of dying in a motor vehicle accident by like probably 150%. I don't like that much. It's scary. Younger people are like, ooh, pretty snowflakes. You can make a snowman. Throw a snowball. It's so idyllic. It's so beautiful. It's just like the movies for real. It's just like Love Actually. I got a shovel. F that. I hear you, man. I hear you. I don't really do either. I would definitely rather mow the lawn than shovel snow, though. At least mowing the lawn smells good. Line me up. Sad story. That's a sad story. Fresh cut grass, it smells amazing. Smells like death if you have allergies. Okay. I don't, so next question. You think you can Tony these? Confirm no Tony available. No Tony required. COVID spikes in the winter. Let me correct you. COVID spikes in the winter so far. Let me in. Oh, don't let me out! There's no way you're making it out of that. I'm not going. I'm not going. Thank you. Were you further ahead than this? Hey, wasn't your font color green yesterday? Things change. That might be the greatest soul read I've ever had in my life. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me it wasn't green. Tell me it was red instead. I've got a key value pair. Not for every chatter, but for some chatters, I've got a key value pair. I've got an XML document full of metadata about you. Not like a hard copy, that would be psychotic, but certainly cognitively, yes. Just locked in my mind palace. I bet you don't know anything about me. It's true, but I see that you have a sub icon, so I think we'd get along just fine. I'm gonna become the Joker. You guys ever get apprehensive about talking in Twitch chats? I was watching a streamer yesterday who is not part of the crew, and they were very funny. They were entertaining me greatly. I wanted to type lol, but I knew like as soon as I typed lol, there would probably be like a few messages at least that were like, oh, hey guys, Northern Lion, and then they'd hit me with like some kind of like Pepe emote I've never seen, and I'd have to ask for like context of like what it is. And like maybe even the streamer would be like, hey, what's up, streamer name? And I would be like, oh, now they think I just did it to be like, just to get my name read. He knows my name? Bat chest, so true, so true. But anyway, if anyone is here from Squeaks' chat, I just want you to know that I was looking to type some lulls yesterday. If you could just send him the lulls via correspondence. Never a doubt in my mind. You know, you could just have a non-alt account. I'm 33 years old. Once I'm logged into a website, I am logged in until they log me out. I'm not logging out and being pseudonymous or whatever. Come on, like, life's too short for that kind of stuff. I'll just say it on my main. Oh, Squeaks is here. Everybody type, hey guys, Squeaks. Hey guys at Squeaks. I was using your stream last night as an example of a stream that I watch and find entertaining, but I don't want to type in chat because it always feels weird when you're a streamer and then you type in chat and everyone goes, hey, at streamer name, and then it just like completely derails like whatever you were talking about. But then you came into the chat so I could do it to you, and it made for like a nice, like a kind of ironic bit. So it was like an art imitates life sort of thing. Ooh, you know, like in Hot Fuzz, where the guys, like, everyone's packing around here, like who? Farmers, mums. And then at the end of the movie, a farmer takes a shot at them. And then so does a mom. And then the guy goes, Mom! It's kind of like that. It's like the joke was made first, like, what if this happened? And then it happened. And you're like, what? This is Kino. When's your birthday? 5th of March. What year? Every year. Thanks for joining. He was talking about seasons for 20 minutes straight. Well, I just think, like, if winter's your favorite season, you should just try harder to cultivate a personality organically instead of just deliberately giving the worst answer whenever anybody asks, like, hey, what's your favorite thing in this group? And you're like, the worst thing? I am very quirky. I'm kind of like Winona Ryder, for real. Look at that. Sent it right over top. Okay. Holds up Spork. Why are you hating on people in the southern hemisphere? You don't know what you're talking. In the southern hemisphere, the seasons are flipped. It's not like summer is cold and winter is hot. They just have it at the opposite time of the year. Tell me you didn't actually believe that, like, in New Zealand summer, people are like, finally, snowboarding season. Come on. It does switch which holidays are in which season. I suppose that's true. That was comical. That was really good. Yeah, what are the Christmas songs like? Wait, no, the opposite. What are holiday songs like in New Zealand? I'm dreaming of a white Memorial Day, Georgie Pie Appreciation Day. Oh, the weather outside's delightful, and the sun is far from frightful. There's many places we could go. There's no snow, there's no snow, there's no snow. It doesn't show signs of starting. The temperatures are darting. You know, I'm stopping it from there, but... Can you get me the fuck out of this section? I'm losing my mind here. I'm fighting for my frickin' life. Yeah, there's a good one. I really must stay, but baby, it's nice outside. I can't get away, but baby, it's nice outside. Anyway, you get the idea. Help. Ooh, I lost an arm without a doubt. Do you think your chat has fewer typos than the average chat? It's a great question. I would like to think that I attract a more intelligent audience than anybody, but there's a flip side to that. Because when Chib, I forget what he said. Oh, when he was talking about huffing markers at his high school disco. I think someone meant to type, that makes a lot of sense, but instead they typed, that marbles a lot of sense, and I've just been thinking about it. Like, that might just become like an inside joke for me. Like, was the Grink there? That happens to me on my phone? You're chatting on mobile? That's like dedication, man. Let's go. Now I have a second monitor. Formerly, I was 100% mobile. I remember in like 2012, I got an email from my MCN on YouTube that was like, hey, just so you guys know, mobile viewing is becoming a thing. Like 8% of all content watched on YouTube is watched on a cellular telephone now. Isn't that interesting? And I was like, that shit's never gonna take off, man. Nobody's gonna be watching my Scribblenauts Let's Play on a phone. Are you crazy? And here we are. People aren't even watching it, they're just going to like the after threads now. Send it. What's the percent these days? I don't know, I bet it's like... I mean, broadly, I bet more video is consumed on phone than on desktop PC or television, for sure. I don't know if you have to throw an iPad into that or something. I wouldn't know. It's probably why YouTube ad revenue is so good. There's no ad block for phones yet. I should just shove, like... I should do what YouTube wants me to do and just algorithmically put the mid-rolls in there. So it's like, hey, your half-an-hour Isaac episode has 70 ads now. Yo, it looks really nice. Yeah. Hello. Help. Yo, look at that. Nice hoodie, too. It is a limited edition. Oh, no. I'm okay. Product placement. 9 minutes and I'm not even back to where I ended the last segment at. This is a sad story. What's Kate's favorite season? You know, is a good question. I honestly think in Vancouver, your favorite season should be summer. Probably for like 50% of the population. Yes, it got very hot here, but all three of the non-summer seasons rain constantly. Last summer was really bad, admittedly, but summer is like the only season where it rains like once a week or less. Which is, like, rain is fine. I live in a rainy city and I don't mind it. But when you've been in it for 9 months straight, from like, you know, September until June, then you're like, oh my god, it hasn't rained in a week. This is incredible. I can, like, go for walks. I can stop at the Tornado Potato food truck and get a curly potato on a stick and then eat it while I'm walking around. So I think that Vancouver would have a higher percentage than normal of summer enjoyers. So I'm gonna guess that my wife would say summer as well. There's a chance that she might say winter because she likes snowboarding and also her birthday is in the winter. But if she thinks winter's her favorite season, then she can start driving in the snow. And what's she going to say when it's her father that introduced them to me? Oh, winter's your favorite season? Okay, drive the Coca-Cola then. Name every snowflake. fall is the prettiest. Honestly, like, I would say, again, this is just simply Vancouver. I'm Vancouver posting. I think spring is the prettiest in Vancouver because for like a week and a half, the cherry blossoms bloom. And then you're like, whoa, cherry blossoms. And then they're gone, but you're like, that was worth it. That was still worth it. Also, like, I kind of dislike the fall a little bit. It's not, fall would be so much better perceived for me if it didn't lead into winter, but instead it was after winter. You know what I mean? Like, Saturdays are so pog because they're the first day after your work week. So you really appreciate the freedom. You're like, oh, the sun's out. I can do anything. But Sunday is like, oh, I got to go back to work tomorrow. You're looking ahead. You're anticipating that winter is coming. Then you, like, fall back on daylight savings, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like 2 p.m. and the sun's down? Yahoo. Where am I facing the right way? Yes. 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 You got some weird ass logic? I think it's because, unlike the average person, I actually think about things instead of just assessing what my emotion is on it. I'm like not like other streamers. I'm like a sapio streamer. I'm alive. I'm dead. You talked about weather for half an hour? Okay, let me just do what other streamers do. Hold on, somebody give out a bunch of subs so I can thank them without having my heart really be in it. Don't actually do it, though. Unless... +2, +2. See? You stick around long enough, you get a good joke. Dude, like, what? Dude, sorry, what? Dude, like, really, dude. What? Hey, Snarbosis, Paranoid Pie, thank you. Nobody else, though. Nobody else, okay? Thank you. I appreciate it. I always was a streamer that shall remain nameless. But occasionally I used to watch them stream, and in between, like, PUBG matches, they would read out donations. But obviously they were on, like, teleprompter autopilot, which I understand for the record. But they would read out, like, the whole donation message, and the message would be like, hey, so happy to be, like, watching the stream. I just wanted to know what's your favorite kind of pickle. And then they would just say thanks for the donation. They would never answer the question. They were just, like, clearly running down the list of names to, like, get through it before the lobby was done. And I was like, man, this is so good. People donate like $50 to get like a nonsense question answered, and then they just read the question and don't even acknowledge it, that it was a question. It's so good. I'll tell you for free. Favorite kind of pickle? I like a dill pickle, but I don't like them cut in half as much anymore. I'm like a dill pickle spear sort of guy. I also like I like the pickled turnip that they put in shawarma. I don't know if I would eat it standalone. Come on, man. Okay, I got one more. I still like pickles. I used to like them more, but like it's just so like juicy, man. Like it's almost too much for me now. I don't know if it's like I feel like pickled stuff is like an old man take to love pickled stuff. I like fermented foods, but like one dill pickle, like just biting into a whole dill pickle and seeing the juice run down your chin, I'm kind of like, it's a little much for me now. Did you know at Korean pizzerias, they serve, like, sweet pickles alongside the pizza that you order? It's an interesting cultural dietary choice. No, not kimchi. I mean, okay, we could do one more. You could probably get some kimchi just about anywhere, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about like bread and butter pickles. I'm making it. What about Korean onion Costco salad? So I have been to Korean Costco. I've eaten a chicken bake, for sure. I've never seen the Korean Costco onion salad, though. Dude, honestly, I do have to say, Costco continues to be a little bit based as well. In Vancouver, they introduced a 25-cent extra fee if you get a disposable food container with your order, i.e. if you get a cup of coffee, it's 25 cents extra. Unless they just pour it straight down your throat, I guess, but I bet they probably wouldn't do that for liability reasons. Only place I've heard of, now I'm not saying they're the only one, the only place I have heard of in the whole city that lowered their prices 25 cents to compensate, you already know, it's that Kirkland brand. I'm gonna live and I'm gonna try one more time. Yeah, we saw the post. Look, not everybody here goes to our Vancouver. Probably just like a couple hundred of us. All right, I'm gonna see you later. We're gonna play Montbazot tomorrow. It's not Hopium. It's actually gonna happen. I don't want to play 1 hour of Montbazot, okay? Like, which is what we had time for today. We'll have a nice suck session of it tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know why I'm still going here. Just end it. Apart from that, let me see if my wife is ready to stream. I don't know if Chib linked me to a video. I don't know if I can watch this on the stream, man. She's already streaming. Look at that. The video Chib linked is driving with gumbo without a top. It's so good. Hold on. Hold on. I'll vet it first.